Flight Sports TV, man. That's my dude. I rolls with him.
You heard what the man said. It's Flight Sports TV.
Flight Sports TV, that's where it's at.
Flight Sports TV.
What's going on, people? It's Flight Sports TV. I appreciate y'all for checking with me. You already know what it is. We back with another one of them things. Listen, we got the Commissioner's Cup play today. We got Caitlin Clark live. Ladies and gentlemen, stand up. It's going down right now. This is the only WNBA game airing today, and goddamn it, they don't need nothing else. You understand? When you got the star power that it will be on the floor tonight, you know, when you discussing Caitlin Clark, I mean, goddamn it, she's a phenom. She's the most hated. We know all of that. We're gonna get into it, goddamn it. Also, we got to get into Angel Reese. I feel like Angel Reese is not getting enough respect, goddamn it. And here at Flight Sports, we're gonna continue to emphasize it. The woman is a double-double machine. We're going to break it all down. And I believe, listen, we are discussing a return, you know, tonight. I mean, listen, it's going down. When you're discussing Camila Cardoso, it don't get no better than this tonight, ladies and gentlemen. You know she got something to prove. Listen, I think the Chicago Sky is going to go to the next level. You know, she's 6'7". She's dominant. When you put her next to Angel Reese, it's going to be a movie, goddammit. It's going to be extravaganza. It's Flight Sports. If you are ready, you excited for this game, we're going to give you play-by-play breakdown analysis. You already know what it is, man. It's Flight Sports, man. Put your picks down. Do you got the Chicago Sky? Do you have the Indiana Fever? Let me know. I got my man Phonics in the house with me. Yo, Phonics, man, what's going on with the WNBA? You see what's going on. The WNBA is hot as fish grease right now. How did we get to this point, you know, with the WNBA? Talk to us.
I mean, it's just perfect timing. You know what I'm saying? And we're in an era now where people like to jump on waves. Look, let's not get it twisted. The WNBA has been around for almost 30 years, or has been around 30 years. You know what I'm saying? And they've had some great talents before. But, this is the social media era, and we have one Caitlin Clark who, in college, she took the world by storm. So she's continuing this on into the WNBA, and it's really helping the WNBA. You know what I'm saying? So, look, you can't discount what that young woman has did for the league, man, and she'll forever be remembered as that. You know what I'm saying? She's really allowed the WNBA to be upgraded because of her talent, which is one, she only makes $75,000 a year. You know what I'm saying? So I can see that changing within the next year. I guarantee everybody right now, she won't be making $75,000 next year. Multiply that probably by 3 or 4. That's what she'll be making. You know what I'm saying?
Right. So she's definitely bringing a lot to the league. You know, you're discussing the money, the charter flights. Can one say she's revolutionizing the women's game despite it being around for so many years, like you just stated?
I don't know. That's a strong word, revolutionize. That's like putting her up there with the likes of a Steph Curry or something like that. I would say she's bringing more fans to the sport, male fans and female fans, because unfortunately, women will support the sports that their men like, but they won't support other women. That's why the WNBA has been struggling. So now that the men have crossed over to liking the WNBA, now that's bringing more women over. And that is all credit due to her. Look, all this is credit to her and Angel Reese. We can't leave Angel Reese out. The Bayou Barbie, you can't leave out, man. You know what I'm saying? Yo, she talked a lot of smack. She backed it up. She won a national championship with LSU. They came short this year, but You know what I'm saying? Yo, she made it happen. You know, I can't wait to see when Flo J. Johnson come in the league. Yeah, it's an exciting time for the WNBA, and I will be tuning in.
Right. So, what's going on? Obviously, the Indiana Fever, they only got one win on the season. It's clearly not, you know, just running up in terms of the wins, but I do believe it's going to happen. They also had another number one overall pick in Aaliyah Boston. I think that Indiana, they just got to figure it out. I think the way obviously they're going, they could be in line for another top pick. What do you think needs to change to get her being competitive? And also I want to get into how she's being defended in the league as well.
I mean, this is the WNBA. This is the pros. I mean, this ain't college. Things change, and it's gonna be rougher, and it's gonna be learning curves. And yo, they are being, for her being defended, they're being very rough for her. They're saying, okay, glamour girl, welcome to our league now. You know what I'm saying? You're nothing special. This is what they're saying now. I'm not talking about everybody else. You're nothing special, and we're going to show the world that. So we're going to be rough with you. We've seen this happen with the ones, Lonzo Ball, Steph Curry. I mean, we've seen this happen to other stars when they, transitioned over. And, they were, what I'm saying, highly touted in college or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So she's just going through that. But, she's a tough young lady, man. You know what I'm saying? She should definitely be all right. You know what I'm saying? She'll definitely be all right.
Think about Angel Reese. Obviously, her star power is immense. You got a lot of superstars coming to see her. Obviously, Caitlin Clark is such a big star. It's almost like she's outshining the place. What do you think about Angel Reese's ascension and what she's also doing for the women's game?
I mean, it's somewhat similar to Caitlin Clark's. I think Angel Reese is in a better situation. I mean, the Chicago Sky's only 500, but I mean, I think she's in a better situation. But Angel Reese, yeah, she definitely has the talent to be in the WNBA for a long time and to be a superstar, man. Now, if we talking about MVP and all of that, nah, none of that. But she definitely can help her team contribute to winning a championship. And I believe within the next 2 years or so, Chicago Sky is going to win a championship. If they can all stay healthy with Cardozo and all of them, Cardozo looks great. She's in excellent shape. Excellent shape. She looks great. So yeah.
You talk about Cardoza, what do you think about how she's going to be looking, alongside Angel Reese? I mean, because I think you putting like the Twin Towers, in the WNBA sense. What can these two bring, especially tonight, going up against Indiana, who hasn't really won? Obviously, Caitlin is a hell of a show. What can these two bring to the league?
Man, yo, they're going to bring excitement. Again, they're going to bring a championship to Chicago. They're going to be shutting down a lot of your top players who think they're going to get on the inside. It's going to be a lot of block. It's going to be a lot of block parties going on and a lot of rebounds, man.
Well,
you know what I'm saying?
You're talking about these two being in a better situation than you saying Caitlin. I think Caitlin, her coaching staff is a mess. Also, I want to get into the coaching staff and what's going on in Chicago. Were you discussing Teresa Witherspoon? Can you let everybody know the pedigree of Teresa Witherspoon?
Oh man, yo, just like Dawn Staley, man, yo, all-time great, man, champion. You know what I'm saying? Hall of Famer. You know what I'm saying? The list goes on. So she's definitely credible. You know what I'm saying? Definitely credible. So,
yeah, definitely bringing credibility to the women's league. But like I said, tonight, I think, could you see a situation where Caitlin Clark just takes out both of them? I mean, obviously, it's going to be a tall task. What are the chances of Caitlin Clark defeating the Chicago Sky today?
I mean, the chances are just as good as if it was any other team. I mean, they're 500. They ain't exactly just jumping off the paper with wins. So I mean, yo, this can go either way. And again, like I said, she's going through a learning curve right now. Transitioning from college to the pros. But also, her teammates got to step up. We keep saying Caitlin Clark like she's the only one in the court. There's 4 other players too. They got to step up. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, yeah, she lit it up in college, but she still had help. She had a damn good team and a damn good coach. So let's not forget that.
Right. She talks about she just came out and said that she feels like opponents are getting away with things against her. She feel like she's being hammered. You know, what do you think of way opponents defend her because she's getting triple team, quadruple team? It seemed like a lot of these girls are trying to make a name for themselves against her. What do you think about that?
I think it's shameful. You know what I'm saying? Considering she's not even playing at her highest level yet. You know what I'm saying? So you're not going to discourage her. You're only going to make her better. And then now she knows your defenses, so she or the coach can read them later on in the season. So you know what I'm saying? Like slow down. Like yeah, they're being too overzealous for her. I think everybody is. Like yo, in a way, like kind of get off her jock a little bit. Like yo, let this kid just go through the progressions, man. Like I don't get that. You know what I'm saying? Like, let her go through the progressions. This is not college. You know what I'm saying? Like, for real, yo, these are the best players in the world that's playing in the WNBA. So is the NBA. Let her go through her progressions, calm down. You're right. They are trying to make a name for themselves. And most times they're going to end up getting embarrassed.
Yeah, you're right about that,
So,
especially the way Caitlin Clark, the way she can stretch it out, from 3-point range. What do you think about her possibly a lot of people feel like she could play in the NBA. What do you think of way what's your dynamic of all of that?
nah, man. Nah, I don't even like that conversation, man. No, she can't play in no NBA. Them dudes is too physical, man. I mean, and no, it's not as physical. The NBA is not as physical as it was 30 years ago, but it's still very physical, and those are big men. They'll hurt that little woman. That's a little frail woman. She ain't playing in
Can
nobody's
she shoot?
NBA.
Can she shoot with NBA shooters? That's a
Definitely.
different conversation. Can she shoot
Yeah, I mean,
with the likes of some of the best in the league?
yeah. I mean, definitely. You know what I'm saying? Definitely. But yeah, as far as that goes, yeah, she can shoot, but you know what I'm saying? That's not just her game. And you will be defended and it can get painful. So you feel
Yeah.
me?
Because you seen the situation where Sabrina, she shot in the 3-point shootout against Steph Curry. What about a situation with Caitlin Clark in the All Star game going up against, a guy like Trey Young? I think all those was brought up, something like that. Not
She
necessarily
will be
playing 5-on-5.
she'll be in the next NBA All-Star game. She's too popular.
Right.
She'll be there. Yeah, she'll be there in some capacity. You're right. It probably will be a Trey Young or somebody. You're right.
So
Hmm.
why do you feel like Angel Reese doesn't get the same level of hatred does of Caitlin Clark?
I mean, people want to make it race wise. I choose not to. You know what I'm saying? But in a way, it is race wise because you got people saying, "Oh, this white girl, everybody's looking at her and blah blah blah." Yeah, it's a lot of jealousy. But yo, just remember something: she didn't ask for any of this. She's just an athlete. She's just a kid. She did not ask for any of this. So I don't think that's fair. But life isn't fair, so that's going to happen. Everything is always going to be compared to race, especially in the times that we live in. Unfortunately, so.
Yeah. Shout out to Marvin. He says, good morning, my brothers. Bright and early sunshine. Let's go. Yes, sir. Shout out my man Marvin. You already know what it is. We got women's basketball in play, I believe. I don't believe, I know we have the women that will revolutionize the game that taking the floor tonight. The star power doesn't get any more immense. And I notice how the WNBA positions the games. It seems like every time you got Indiana playing, you got Chicago playing, and now we finally see them clashing. These two obviously went at it in college. Obviously, the LSU games in Iowa were box office. We all awaited the time period where we would get to at this point now, where we see them in the WNBA. And like I said, just ain't get no better than this. All of the stars will be out. I can only imagine who will be courtside. I'm looking at Caitlin Clark play. I see Common. I see all these other stars out there. Clay Thompson is there. Also, I see with Angel Reese, you got Mulatto coming to the games, other superstars, rappers. It's just like I said, it's just bringing in another audience, and it's just building on. I believe after these women are done, the women's game is going to be in a whole nother place, and it's going to be off the backs of these women that's coming in today. I don't know if it's a situation where it's a situation with the girls. Shout out my man Talent Ted, because you got a lot of women coming in. They look looking, the sex appeal is there. You understand? When you look at a Cordoza, when you look at an Angel Reese, hell, Caitlin Clark, she, in her Prada outfit. I know you seen her Prada down at the WNBA, draft. You understand? So the women, they get the feminine swag is there, and you understand. And us men, we've always, we're the biggest supporters of women's basketball, and I feel like we don't get enough respect for that anyway. You understand? So obviously we are gravitated towards this, but it was another, era in the WNBA where it wasn't, where femininity wasn't just blazing, all trailblazing the place. You understand? And I don't know if it's a battle going on, between the two sides. Are they ready to bring in the sex appeal, the sex, situation? And I don't mean that in terms of sexualizing the women, but pretty females coming in, and where men are very attracted to. And not only that, these women cabal, they come in with their nails done, acrylics and all. You understand that this kind of stuff wasn't happening. You understand? But us men, we see that. You understand? God damn it, I'm looking at Angel Reese putting up a double-double in some brand new nails. You understand? And then popping out, for the post game is something crazy. I see that. I see Camilla Cardoza, just right alongside of him. I like how there's no battle between them two, because obviously Cardoza went ahead of Angel Reese, but Angel Reese is just a mega superstar, and they all know that. You could tell by everything, from social media to presence at the game and everything, So I like how those two, it seems like they've made a common bond that they won't allow that to get in between them. And if they can do that, just like Phonics just said, I could see the Chicago Sky winning a WNBA championship sooner than later. Obviously, I don't know about this season, but they're going to build with these two. They lucked up to get two top picks like that. I mean, that was crazy. It's only going to get better than that, better from here. Phonics, what's your thoughts on that situation?
No, man. I mean, yeah, you're absolutely right, man. But I think Cardoza might become a bigger star, man, because her role is going to be more defined. She's going to be more important than Angel Reese, man. You know what I'm saying? That's just what I believe, and you know what I'm saying. I believe she's going to have a bigger career when it's all said and done. Now, does she have that character of Angel Reese? No, Angel Reese has that character. That's what made her a star. But on the court, man, I don't know, man. I don't know. Your Cardoza, she can be dominant, man. If she really step her game up, she's gonna be dominant.
I'm with you there. I think she could be another double-double machine, putting up a lot of points. Obviously, her and Angel Reese, they battled, for many years now. They're going to share the court with one another. It was unfortunate that she went out. Now you're going to get an opportunity to see this team at full strength, and I think that's what everybody wants to see. But it's going to be interesting if Caitlin Clark comes in here and just takes them out. Obviously, it's going to be some kind of, learning curve. You put a dominant force like Camila Cardoza on the court, it's going to be an adjustment. They haven't been playing with her, so hopefully that's not much of a time period there. You do have a great coaching staff, obviously. I mean, you also got if I'm not mistaken, her name is Young. I forgot her name, but she was on all of the goddamn social media. She was on Love and Hip Hop, and everything like that. So they have some great, people in that organization who could pretty much smooth this shit out, and get it right and make sure that this stuff don't take much of an adjustment. Adding Camilla Cardoza, but people are very excited for Camilla Cardoza. So we're gonna find out, what she's gonna do tonight. I'm like I said, we're gonna all be watching. Put your picks down right now. Who y'all got winning this game? Because it's gonna be interesting to see. Like I said, she comes from, she went to the University of South Carolina. She's a dominant figure. Like I told you, she's 6'7", and you put that next to, um, Angel Reese, you got a lot of crazy things, man. But shout out to Camilla Cardoza. Like I said, she dominated the NCAA. A lot of people, forget that, because we so caught up. with other players. But Cardoza was a very dominant figure, in the women's game, and they're very special to have them. What do you think
And yo,
about
let me
this?
say this,
Go
man.
ahead.
Yo, let me say this real quick. Yo, so all y'all people that's just running Caitlin Clark content is gonna run out soon. And let me tell you something. You're being disingenuous, and you really are not even following women's sports in general, in particular women's basketball. Because if you know what you know, then you know you got Juju Watkins coming, you got Flozé Johnson coming, you got what's her name, Bukers from UConn. You got more explosive stars coming than Caitlin Clark. So go back and start doing that content. Stop just focusing on Caitlin Clark. That's all I want to say, man. Because it's more. There's more coming. These young girls is coming, man. Juju coming.
Yeah, I'm with you there, Shaq. That's why I said I think in a couple of years from now, and that's gonna be good because look at all of the way that these girls are paving, the charter flights, the this, that, and the other stuff. What do you think is gonna happen when the other crop comes in? Is only gonna push the game forward. That's what I think as well. So I think everybody's just hand in hand here, believe it or not. So it's gonna be interesting to see. But the women's game is in a very good place. If you have a daughter that's playing sports, and trying to get in the WNBA, I believe it's going to be a very lucrative league. 10 years from now, 5 or even 5 years from now, you know, um, the contracts will elevate. Like you just said, it she should be making more money than she's making. So it's just only a matter of time.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I'm just, it just, people running. Yeah, Caitlin Clark is the it girl right now, but it's only getting better, man. You know what I'm saying? It's only getting better. And when they come in, those three I just named, it's going to be even more competitive, man. You know what I'm saying? And yo, so the WNBA is about to blow up, man. You know what I'm saying? It's definitely about to blow up. Again, I've been following women's sports. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not just somebody jumping on a wave. I'm a big fan of women's boxing. I've been watching women's college basketball. Hell, I've been watching women play basketball since I was a youngin', man. You know what I'm saying? When Dawn Staley and all of them was playing, and Teresa Witherspoon. So yeah, it's been around. Cheryl Swoops. So it's been around for a while, but I'm glad they finally getting their just due. But like you said, Flight, it's the men though. And yo, this is something that people don't really recognize. It's the men that run all these sports, and the women come behind us because they follow what we're interested in. You know what I'm saying? So that's why the interest has grown in the WNBA because the men are showing interest. Because it was just women supporting it before and was nothing popping off. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's just a fact. You had people like Kyrie who's donated money to them and everything, and it still didn't pop off like that. So yes, it did take us, and unfortunately.
Yep. Yeah, it's crazy, man. It don't make no sense, man. But like I said, the women's game isn't gonna do nothing but elevate. I'm very excited for this game alone tonight. The number 3 overall pick, Camila Cardoza, is ready. In Indiana, to dominate. Let's see what happens with her being alongside Angel Reese. Like I said, we got the number 1 pick, 3 pick. Listen, we got top 10 picks all over the place, man. It's going down. It's flight sports. Um, listen, the Chicago Sky could really lay the smackdown on them tonight, or is it going to be a situation where Caitlin Clark comes in here, galvanizes the troops? One thing I did notice from Caitlin Clark is the way that she can facilitate the basketball. We get caught up in the 3 balls and shooting. The thing that I like the most about her is the way that she draws in the defense and moves the basketball. That's what's most impressive to me. I knew that we know she can shoot and things like that, and the way that she's being defended, it's almost like they're trying to take that away. The only three she shoots a lot of long threes. And I don't think it's out of trying to be swagged. I think that's the separation. They bring in 2 defenders. They're all over her. I mean, it's just that they under hypnosis. It's like, but at the end of the day, she still gets hers. And Indiana just got to elevate as a squad. I think by next year they should be in a better shape. I think the way that they're like, and also they're dealing with injuries. That's another thing. If they didn't have these injuries, I think that they would be in a much better spot than they're in. Like 1 win. And some of these games have been competitive. That's another thing we got to point out. So just give Caitlin Clark some time. At the end of the day, she is a rookie, but she's not being treated like it. They want to see her, just just dominate off rip. And she's doing that in her own way, but just not in the team perspective yet. Um, we got tip off in minutes though. We got the Commissioner's Cup live. This is the only WNBA game airing today. It doesn't get no better than this tonight, ladies and gentlemen. It's Flight Sports TV. Caitlin Clark versus Camilla Cardoza versus Angel Reese. The star power will be immense. We got Aaliyah Boston out there. Like I said, she got a nice little pick and roll situation. They got a lot of stretch bigs out there for Indiana. So that just allow them to cook. But I'm not ruling Caitlin Clark out. You got to think the adjustment period. And Caitlin, she does go inside, but she also stretches the defense. So imagine putting, Cardoza, who's coming off of an injury, putting her in numerous pick and roll situations. It's going to be interesting to see how she's moving. I'm pretty sure they're going to test her mobility. But we're going to find out. It's Flight Sports TV, man. But if you could put a pick on this game, Phonics, who do you got winning today?
Chicago. Indiana's just not good enough, man. They need time, man. They need time. It's no, I mean, come on, man. Look at their record last year. So it is what it is, man. And they might need a little bit more than Caitlin Clark. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But what I do know is, it's going to take time for them. Maybe they need another draft pick or two. We'll see. But I don't think that this franchise right now should be just thrown on this child's shoulders like, okay, you're going to deliver us to the promised land. Because there's some talented teams out there. The Aces are still talented. New York is talented. I mean, if Chicago get their footing, they'll be a force to reckon with. So, Indiana at this point, they're still bottom feeders. So I'm taking Chicago.
So they're still bottom feeders. Man, shout out to Chicago Sky. I think, like I said, they're much closer to a championship than obviously Indiana. Do you think that the defensive pressure that Caitlin Clark is experiencing, do you think that would kind of slow down a little bit in terms of the pressure that she has to go through? Or do you think that she's going to pretty much be in this spot for a while?
She'll be in this spot for a while. It'll be all right, though. It'll be all right. They're going to keep pressing on her the whole year. She'll more than likely be Rookie of the Year, but we'll see.
Yeah, I'm with you there. We're going to find out. Shout out to my man Marvin Will Stumbling. Salute to everybody that's in the chat right now. You already know it's Flight Sports TV. It's going down. We got the Commissioner's Cup live. What do you think of the way the WNBA is positioning these games? Almost similar to how basically how to me it's almost like how it was with not the playing. What was the new thing that happened in the NBA? That just slipped my mind.
Slipped my mind too.
Where the Indiana Pacers and the Lakers played for it. It was
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, a little championship. Yeah, the in-season championship.
In the season tournament. Yeah, pardon me.
Yeah.
This Commissioner's Cup to me. What do you think the way it seems like the WNBA is borrowing things from the NBA? Do you think that's smart or good?
I mean, yeah, hell yeah. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, it's good. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying? With the exception of that too, is they're playing when the NBA is not playing. You know what I'm saying? And the season is almost over for the NBA. Unfortunately for them, the Olympics is coming, but barring no Olympics, they would be big time TV. And that's kind of gonna cancel out Ice Cube's little big three, because some people was going over to that, but now because of Caitlin Clark and these draft picks, everybody want to see WNBA ball. So that's gonna be kind of rough for Q. But yeah, they're gonna be straight once the NBA season is officially over and they rolling. You know what I'm saying? Who else you gonna watch now? What's gonna hurt the WNBA is if the FIBA don't get in the playoffs.
Oh,
That's what's gonna
oh,
hurt them.
well, they're not gonna get into the playoffs this year. I mean, I think it's gonna be a long
But yeah,
season.
that's gonna hurt them then.
But I think that they won't be long before they're competitive. It's going to take some time. That's why I say you can't expect them to just hit the ground rolling. I know that's what
Hmm.
a lot of people did think that she was coming into a better situation than it was let on. But you can't skip the steps. And I think that's something to be emphasized. Like I said, Caitlin Clark this season, she's averaging 17 points per game, shooting 37% from the field, damn near 90% from the line. So I mean, she's definitely doing some things out there. So it's going to be interesting
Hmm.
to see. Um, I could only imagine where her stat line will be when the season is over, or even next season. But the Chicago Sky is coming to town in Indiana. Be on the lookout. We do have some injuries tonight. Like I said, the Indiana Fever, they're dealing with a lot. They got to get this situation together health wise, because I think that's another thing that's holding them back. Um, Indiana, they're down some people, so they'll be good. Once they get these players back, they'll be in a better shape. But nonetheless, like I said, we got WNBA content. Make sure you hit the like button and most definitely hit the subscribe button. You already know it's Flight Sports. You're minutes away from tip off. Put your picks down right now on who you got winning this matchup. With the WNBA, and how hot has the WNBA been since these stars, have risen, to where they are now. And are you surprised that what Caitlin has done thus far? What did you think about the charter flights? I didn't even know that WNBA players were experiencing things like that in terms of the travel and thing. I thought they had something better in place. What do you think about that?
I mean, I don't think anything about it. It is what it is. Everybody's making such a big deal about it. Let's just be honest. The NBA has been carrying the WNBA since its inception. So why do they feel like the WNBA probably this might be the first year in their 30-year existence that they're actually going to turn a profit. They have not been turning a profit. So why do you think, you know what I'm saying, you're going to be on top tier stuff? Why do you think you're going to stay in top tier hotels? You're not turning a profit. The NBA has kept the WNBA afloat. So it is what it is. That's their fault. And it's really shameful that all of this is on one person to have to uplift a whole damn league that's been around before she was even born. That's the shameful part. But like I said, we in the social media age and everybody wants to jump on everybody else's wave. So, you know what I'm saying? This is what we're getting.
You're right about that. This is definitely what we're gonna get. Like I said, we got the Chicago Sky Live. Put your picks down right now. We will have the scores, live for you. What do you see Caitlin dropping 20 plus tonight, or do you think that Chicago's gonna hold the under 20?
Nah, I should drop 20 or more.
You think that's given?
Hmm.
What you think about Angel Reese? She's not putting up no 20s and nothing like that, but can you see a double double from Angel Reese? I think that's more ideal.
Yeah, possibly. Possibly if that, I'm seeing more maybe about 6 points, maybe 12 rebounds, maybe. Maybe.
Yeah, I could see something like that. Um, Shout out to all y'all in the chat. Like I said, we got the Chicago Sky live. You already know what it is. Like I said, Caitlin Clark. You already see her averages: 17 points per game, shooting 37% from the field. Like I said, she's been a dominant figure in the women's game, and she's only going to get better and better and better, as we can see here. Caitlin Clark. Um, they're 1-8. That's really the glaring thing. She has been, just like I said, dominant. In her own right individually. But when you discussing the overall array of everything else, that's where I believe things got to to get a little bit better for them. They took a lot of nasty losses, but as you can see, they lost to Seattle 85-83. Look at the Sparks game. They was able to get that game on them. Uh, Vegas, you see 99-80. You see what's going on here with the Sparks again. And then the game against Seattle, where it pretty much was pretty convincing. I think it was. I think everybody could see what the factor was there. So bottom line is they have to just get a little bit more talent here on this roster, and if they could do that, they're going to be in good shape. This is just a beginning for her. You see what's going on with her other pieces on the team. With I think that if they had Erica Wheeler, I think we discussing something just even more deadlier. The fact that they don't have Erica Wheeler, I think that is a huge factor here. You know, um, but nonetheless, the Chicago Sky they're gonna continue to do what they got to do. We minutes away from tip off. This is the next chapter. Between Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese. They showed up, and showed out um, in college. Now it's time to take it to the next level with the WNBA. And it was always speculation: would they be back in the WNBA? No, a lot of people didn't know if they were going to go back to college or if it even made sense for them to even stay. The best part about it is that they are playing at an elite level now. Do you think that they made the right decision to go to the WNBA, or do you think they should have stayed in college or maybe another route?
No, there's no reason to stay in college there. I mean, and there is no other route that you want to go overseas, but they usually do that in the off season. And the game is at 7:30 this evening. Yeah, the WNBA is the best choice, man. I mean, it's the best choice. And they had to go to the pros and they went. I mean, look, man, everything's about progression. Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark reached the pinnacle in college, man. Angel Reese won a championship. Caitlin Clark was right there 2 years in a row. So what else you got to prove in college? She was the best player the last 2 years in college. She had nothing else to prove, which is Caitlin Clark. She had nothing else to prove. It's time to move on and go play with the best. Same with Angel Reese. It's the same with Camila Cardoza. It's time to go play with the best, man, and prove yourself. And that's what they did.
Yeah, I'm with you there. So like I said, I'm really excited. For this matchup, just like everybody else. I want everybody to put their picks down, who they got in this matchup. Um, and also we talked about the charter flights. I want to talk about the way that they're packing arenas. What do you think about that? Because a lot of these WNBA teams, they were in smaller venues. What do you think about now where they're going into the crypto.com arena? They're going into the real NBA size arenas. What do you and then like I said, I still feel like she's being hated, but she's bringing the game a little bit more global. What do you think about them going into the bigger venues now? Like
Okay, yeah, I just want to correct myself. Yeah, you're right. The game is at 12. I was looking at tomorrow's schedule. Yo, I mean, I think it's epic, man. I mean, of course they gonna hate on her. Remember, you got a lot of these people that's been in there for years and they didn't get this kind of fanfare. Look at the Diane Taurasi's of the world and Sue Bird and all these people. It took them years to get that rep, man. You know what I'm saying? But yo, she came in straight over for college. But like I said, she's coming in at a different time. We have to understand everything works in generations. Everybody likes to combine every generation and say, well, this is that. Like, Jordan did this. That was a different time. This is a different era. This is the social media generation where everything is magnified times 10. You know what I'm saying? So this is what we're getting. And that's what it is, you know, and she deserves it.
no, she definitely does. This is something special. With the WNBA, we got minutes away from tip off. We got the Fever versus the Sky live. Put your pick who
I,
you got. Too late. What did you say, Vonna?
yeah, I'm finna depart, man. I'll be back at a later date.
Yeah, yeah, I got you. But like I said, back to this Chicago Sky versus Indiana Fever situation, man. This game is a lot more bigger than you think. I believe this game is a lot more It's just like I said, it's just a lot more. It has a lot more sizzle than letting on because I think that this is gonna bring a casual eye, to the table that the WNBA hasn't had in some time. It's been a minute since the WNBA has received this light, and I'm just like I said, I'm just excited. I couldn't be even more excited for the WNBA in the future of the women's game under these, crop of new women that we have. This is, I believe, the best star power that we. Who knows about the best players? We all could debate that in our own right, but when you're discussing what they're going to bring to the future of women's basketball, I don't think there's any discussion there. The discussion should be pretty much null and void, in my humble opinion. But nonetheless, we minutes away is pregame coverage. Shout out all y'all that's rocking with Flight Sports. We got the Chicago Sky tonight with Cardoza. Cardoza is going to be bringing in, something special. So look out for Camila Cardoza tonight. She's a dominant figure from Brazil. You already know we're gonna get into some of her stuff that she has. She's 23 years old. For anybody that want to know what's going on with her, she's 6'7". Obviously she's on the Chicago Sky. She played basketball for South Carolina, Syracuse. We know the whole nine. So it's going to be interesting to see. We could get into obviously Yahoo Sports. They put out a piece. We could get into some involving Camila Cardoza. Like I said, we moments away. A lot of this is a piece right here from self.com discussing her activity as a kid in Brazil. You know, so I said we moments away from the return of Camila Cardoza. You know, I want to get into when she came to the U.S. This was definitely a nice little situation. You know, obviously coming to the U.S. This is it. This doesn't get no bigger than this, and this is what obviously was her end goal result was to get to the WNBA. You don't come to the U.S. not to, And I want to read this to you. The girls basketball coach at Hamilton Heights Christian Academy in Chattanooga, Tennessee, who was known for developing younger international players, recognized Cardoza's potential in the tape of a game from when she was 12 years old. The school's principal, who had to sign off on a scholarship for international recruits, wasn't sold, but Hunt saw something in Cardoza's size and speed. In the clip, Cardoza missed several shots, but Hunt looked past that. As she told Syracuse, she remembers saying, "Do you notice that she's 6'5"? Around 12 or 13 years old, running down the floor." So that's what really took people aback, obviously, was her size and able to run the floor. And I think all of these things are going to be able to translate to the women's game, playing alongside Angel Reese. I think that those two are going to flourish together, in my humble opinion. So it's just a matter of time, before the WNBA, just gets taken, just get taken aback, because I think that we got the right women now. Before I couldn't really tell you that, but I think that these are the right women to bring the game forward. So, like I said, we moments away from tip off. Fever versus the Sky. Make sure you hit the like button, the most definitely the subscribe button. You already know it's Flight Sports. We got the Commissioner's Cup live tonight. Um, Angel Reese versus Caitlin Clark. Fever versus Sky. We got the Commissioner's Cup. The showdown. Put your picks down. Who you got in this matchup? People excited for Cardoza. And I am too. Like I said, when the game tips off, we will have breakdown coverage for you. Make sure you hit the like button and you subscribe to Flight Sports if you rocking with WNBA content. If you want more WNBA content, and overall, if you just appreciate early morning live streams and afternoon live streams, that this is what we're looking to bring to Flight Sports. But we definitely need the support of the people. as we bring new forms of content to you. We definitely need your support. So shout out to everybody, man. I want to thank all y'all who tuned in last live stream that we had involving Caitlin Clark. You know, tomorrow's going to be another matchup of the Commissioner's Cup. So it's just the beginning. You know, you got the Liberty tomorrow. These are big games. You know, the Liberty is going to be another big matchup for Caitlin Clark. You know, so this is the start of a back to back for her. But like I said, she's more than equipped. You know, in my humble opinion, to be able to do what she has to do. So, like I said, I'm just really excited for what's happening here in my humble opinion. You know, so make sure you hit the like button and you subscribe if you are ready for Caitlin Clark versus Angel Reese versus Camilla Cardoza. It doesn't get no better than this, in the women's game. The women's game is about to elevate to magnitudes that we've never seen before. Caitlin Clark, the hate dynamic. It's only going to be a matter of time before she shatters that glass ceiling, and figures out it's actually a good thing that these women are defending Caitlin Clark to the level that they are defending her at, because this is going to give her an even better opportunity to pretty much figure this league out, in my humble opinion. And that's what's going to happen, with Caitlin Clark. She's gonna fit. They're gonna figure the whole entire league out. In my humble opinion, Caitlin Clark. Also, the Indiana Fever. They're gonna figure out a way to break that defensive pressure that is being put out there. So it's only a matter of time. So, like I said, it's not too late. Put your picks down now. Who you got in this matchup involving the Chicago Sky, the Indiana Fever? It don't get no better than this. Put your picks down. I got the Chicago Sky, but I do have the Indiana Fever under, Caitlin Clark coming in to dominate. I think Caitlin Clark individually is going to get her numbers, but when you're discussing overall, like I said, this is a tough situation, going up against all of these other women. So let's see if Caitlin Clark could figure it out. But we got faith in her. It's only the beginning. That's all I can tell you. Shout out to everybody that's rocking with Flight Sports TV. Put your picks down if you're excited for this matchup tonight, between the Chicago Sky and the Indiana Fever. It don't get no better than this tonight. Shout out to everybody rocking with women's sports, women's basketball. We got the Commissioner's Cup live. You already know. It don't get no better than this tonight. WNBA coverage. Shout out to everybody rocking with Flight Sports TV. It's the beginning, of WNBA. I think that Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese, these two, I don't think it's a beef there, even though the media wanted to make it seem like it was. It's not a beef between Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese. I think they know what they can bring to the women's game, and they're gonna bring it. Like I said, tonight is just the beginning of their journey. Also, let me know, outside of the other players, outside of the Caitlin Clarks, outside of the Angel Reeses, wow, who else is going to step up tonight? Obviously, there's more firepower coming from Chicago, but who else do you see stepping up tonight? How is Cardoza going to go up against Aaliyah Boston? Aaliyah Boston, another, top pick a year ago. Hey, I mean, listen, is she just gonna let somebody just walk all over her? I mean, that's key. I don't believe that that's gonna happen. So it's gonna be an interesting factor to see what Camila Cardoza is gonna do. Is there gonna be any pushback, or are they just gonna allow the Chicago Sky to just dominate on the interior? Because Angel Reese, like I said, she is a double machine. In my humble opinion, I think that she's going to be. She's already shown flashes, and obviously being coached by Teresa Witherspoon, all of that is going to do nothing but help her chances, to do what she wants to do in this league. Like I said, it's just the beginning. My humble opinion is Flight Sports TV. We got the Chicago Sky. Put your picks down right now. Who y'all got? Who's gonna outscore who? Obviously, Caitlin is more known, but who knows? You got Cardoza coming in. Is she gonna put up 20 plus? Angel Reese, I don't see her putting up all that. Cardoza is playing. Shout out CJ Gannon. Is breaking news was reported today that she will be showing up and she will be playing. So it's gonna be interesting to see in this matchup between the Chicago Sky and the Indiana Fever. Who wins? Deck says both teams drafted well, and let's see which team will excel. That's right. Like I said, I just think Chicago, they showing early flashes right away. I think Indiana, I think the coaching situation is not as strong as what's going on with Chicago. I think Chicago has a little more firepower in the coaching department, but it won't be long before Indiana figures it out under Caitlin Clark. I think when you bring in a talent like Caitlin, I think you understand what you have to do, and some people might have to get moved out the way for the betterment of this league. This is what it is. Gannon Cardoza is the return of the number 3 overall pick. So be on the lookout for Camila Cardoza tonight and see what she's going to be doing. I want to see, like I said, I feel like they're assembling the Twin Towers to a certain extent here. And I want to see what Angel Reese does alongside of her. Is she still going to be able to get her numbers, or are they going to defer? How are they going to play off of each other? Heart to Heart says Cardoza playing. She was working out. Yeah, that's facts. Shout out my man, Heart to Heart. Salute to all y'all that was in the building last stream. You already know. We got WNBA coverage. It don't get no better than this. The star power is immense tonight, and this is just the future of women's basketball. I'm telling you, it's going to be a point in time where you got stars all over the place. You got so many stars right now in the WNBA, and we forgetting about the people that's coming behind them. I'm not going to say many names. I'm going to keep the focus on the superstars that's out tonight. I can't wait to see who's sitting courtside. How many people done flew out to Indianapolis, to watch these, dynamic women, do what they do, and continue to push the game and elevate it forward. And all of this is happening in Indianapolis and Indiana. Everybody's showing up to see the Indiana Fever play basketball. When she travels, they're not going to the little arenas. Caitlin Clark is a ticket selling machine. You understand? She's a box office attraction. It's not a game when the Indiana Fever come into town. It's starting to become an event, especially the way it's being positioned. And I think that's where a lot of the hate, a lot of the, just uncomfortability factors in, when you discussing Caitlin Clark. I think it's because of, obviously, this situation here, but she'll be all right. Be on the lookout for Caitlin to dominate tonight individually. But let me know, what do you see happening from a team perspective? Because I think that's the only factor I have, in my opinion. I could see Chicago jumping out a little ahead. How do they weather that early storm as well? Especially if they start giving it to them in the interior. Even though I liked what I seen from the Indiana Fever, their front court wasn't bad. Heart to Heart says it's going to be stars, but there's always be jealousy, and it's sad. Did you see Angel's new shoe with Reebok with the Barbie? We're going to definitely check that out. But when you discussing Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark, they're going to be sneaker selling machines. I think you will be a fool, not to put the bag behind these women, and allow them just to flourish. In my humble opinion, you can't hold greatness back. It's only a matter of time. So make sure you hit the like button and you subscribe to Flight Sports if you're excited tonight for this matchup. Put your picks down right now. Who you have in this encounter? You already know what it is. It's Flight Sports TV. We got Angel Reese versus the Indiana Fever. We got Caitlin Clark versus Cardoza, Caitlin Clark versus Reese. The Iowa games versus LSU is just going to another level now. Shout out to BTW Tribe Sports Media. He says, man, those Reese Barbies are fire. Heart to Heart says, game come on in 2 minutes. Yeah, we're minutes away from tip off, ladies and gentlemen. Um, like I said, Dex says that both teams drafted well. Which team will excel? Let's figure out which team is going to pop off tonight. I think that's going to be key, involving Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark. But like I said, Indiana, let's see who wins tonight. Um, Indiana also, I want to tell you, they were pretty much, getting a lot of respect, around the league. That's what I want around many leagues. Um, it says facts BTW. They cold. My stepdaughter want the show now. Shout out to Angel Reese. I mean, like I said, they know what they're doing and they know what they have on their hands. They would be foolish not to get all of what they can get out of what Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark could bring to the league. They would be foolish, if they didn't, capitalize on this. But like I said, it's just the beginning of these women in the league. Let's see what the next chapter is going to be. Obviously, the college days are over. There was a lot of heartbreak. There was a lot of celebrate. Now we're gonna figure out what is it like at the professional WNBA level. That's where it's gonna be the most key. Um, BTW Tribe Sports Media says I'm out hunting the bag, but listening. My Sky has a good team. Yeah, shout out to the Chicago Sky, man. I think the Chicago Sky is just the beginning of what they got going on. I said that they are a little bit ahead of the curve than a team like the Indiana Fever, even though the Indiana Fever is a hell of a squad. I just think that just got to give them a little bit more time than what you are going to get from the Chicago Sky. To me, I think they're ahead. And you got this. You put these two on the floor together. That's very dynamic. You talking about the Twin Towers for crying out loud. I think that's deadly. When you put them on the floor with one another. But nonetheless, we minutes away from tip off. It's not too late to put your picks down right now. Yes, Teresa Witherspoon is a serious X factor. When you discussing her, what she brings to the women's game is just something special. A lot of people wanted to see her, get in with the pardon me, with the NBA, but I mean, like I said, it is what it is at the end of the day. I think we could be happy for her that she's actually have a job when a lot of people don't have jobs. So we could always debate this and that, but shout out to her and Becky Hammond. I think that they were both two women that people wanted to see in the NBA, but obviously it's just gonna be a little while. It's a side job on the yeah. I think she's gonna be fired. It's just a matter of time before she gets fired. That's why I said the coaching on the other side is just a little bit better than what's going on with Indiana, and that's why I believe that she's ahead of that Angel Reese and Camila Cardoza are just ahead of the curve. Compared to what's going on in Indiana, they got to work their stuff out. And it's just gonna be a matter of time before they do that. So give them some time. But nonetheless, it says Chicago has the swag on that team. Yeah, the swag is definitely there. We gotta point that out. Salute to the star power. Coming from Indiana. Coming from the Sky. They bring in a different level of swag. Like I said, when you seen Caitlin Clark prodded down at the draft. That should have told you something right there. That ain't nothing to fool around with. So shout out to Caitlin Clark. But you see what's going on. Be on the lookout tonight. Tip off is about underway. I need your picks down as well. Who y'all have? You know, putting up the most points tonight. Will it be Angel Reese? Will it be Caitlin Clark? Let me know what's the deal. Who y'all have in this matchup tonight, and who's going to put up the most points? I could see Caitlin Clark putting up more points than everybody, but I could also see Chicago winning. That's the only factor I got for you. So salute to the Chicago Sky. We got Angel Reese out there. She trying to get the job done. This is the Commissioner's Cup live too. Will we see Caitlin Clark dominate Angel Reese once again, or will it be the other way around? How will this WNBA encounter be different? It would be smart if Indiana would get out. Caitlin Clark is already on the board, ladies and gentlemen, with a 3-ball. Shout out to Leah Boston with that assist. So I'm telling you right now, Caitlin Clark is ready to give them the burner. You understand? So it will be key if you are the Chicago Sky to make sure you play a little bit of defense out there, because Caitlin Clark ready, like I said, she will put the hammer on you. Um, Caitlin Clark is on the board for 3 already. Angel Reese is not on the board yet. We will let you know when Angel Reese is on the board. But like I told you, Reese out there with the rebounds is crazy. So be on the lookout. Reese, she's a double machine. Reese is on the board now. Look out for Angel Reese. Angel Reese is the truth and a half. Don't get enough respect. I'm telling you, double tonight for Reese. Easy. Look out for Caitlin Clark. Is Caitlin Clark gonna put up 20 plus tonight? Let me know in the comment section right now in the chat. Is Caitlin Clark putting up 20 plus? Shout out to everybody that's rocking with the WNBA. Caitlin Clark, Angel Reese. You already know what it is. Caitlin Clark has 3 points, ladies and gentlemen. We got Angel Reese on the board already. She got 2 points and 2 rebounds already. So she's already putting up on the board. So I said she damn near already next to the double already. If you're a WNBA fan, if you want more WNBA content, hit the subscribe button. We got Angel Reese, she just missed. Christy Wallace scored. So the Indiana Fever is down by 1. Chicago is hanging on to a narrow lead. I like the aggressiveness early from Angel Reese. She's looking for her shot, and I think that's very smart. If you're Angel Reese, you gotta look for your shot out there. I like how she was discussing how she was stretching her game out to the 3-point range. I think that all that is smart. Heart to Heart says Caitlin Clark got that flight, the burner. I'm telling you, the energy is good. You see what's going on right now. Caitlin Clark is rebounding. She's doing a little bit of everything. She's more than a shooter. She's a facilitator. She's doing a lot. Um, she got to slow down with her turnovers though. But like I said, the defense is immense. They're pressuring her, so she has to fight through the pressure. So that's going to be key for Caitlin Clark. How does Caitlin Clark fare with the pressure that they're bringing? She has to continue to fight. That's going to be the story of her rookie season. How she goes up against the defensive pressure. A shout out to everybody that's rocking with the WNBA. Angel Reese, Caitlin Clark, Dana Evans just scored. We got Christy Wallace. Like I said, Caitlin Clark is assisting the basketball. Like I said, she doesn't get enough respect for the way she facilitates, and that's probably one of the most impressive factors of her game to me. The way that she moves the basketball. I think all of that is just key. So salute to all y'all that's rocking with Flight Sports TV. Who was here for the pre-show. We live right now. We got play-by-play. We got the ESPN scoreboards up here with you. Like I said, it's 12-8 right now. It's not too late to put your picks down. Caitlin Clark is on the board. She's assisting. She's rebounding. She's putting up points. Angel Reese is already out there on the board with 2 points and 2 rebounds. Shout out to Christy Wallace. Christy Wallace, her aggressiveness tonight at the start is immense. Let's see if she can sustain this. Oftentimes with Indiana, the Fever, they have to sustain their level of play. They play well for a couple minutes and then you get a drop off. How do they avoid that? But we do have a timeout early. Are we going to see a situation where Caitlin Clark spoils, the night of Camila Cardoza and company? That's going to be key tonight. That would be pretty upsetting. If you're a WNBA fan, and you was excited for Camila Cardoza tonight, Caitlin Clark could very well just rip the hearts out of all of the fans that was excited. Yeah, shout out Heart to Heart. He said he liked the way Aaliyah Boston is playing. I said that Aaliyah Boston, she not she got to get her respect. She's a hell of a player, So give credit to her. Give credit to Caitlin Clark. She's balling. They're live right now on ESPN. So salute to everybody that's with Flight Sports. Let me know if you tuned into the game tonight. How excited are you for women's basketball? It's on the rise, in my humble opinion. So we're just getting started. The game is just underway. It's not too late to put your picks down. The Fever have got out to a quick lead. Who saw that coming? Nobody seen the Indiana Fever getting out to this quick of a lead. They already know what it is. It's Flight Sports TV. Shout out to everybody that got Caitlin Clark tonight. Shout out to everybody that's rocking with Angel Reese. Shout out to everybody that's rocking with women's basketball. All of this is a win for women's basketball. It's definitely not too late to put your picks down. Aaliyah Boston, like I said, her defensive pressure already, is showing. And this would be a big win tonight for Indy. You got a lot of people watching. Heart to Heart says Mitchell has to have a big game today, take some pressure off of Caitlin. I think that's key. If they could take pressure off of Caitlin Clark, I think that you can't ask for anything better than that either. That's what you need. Whoever can help out Caitlin Clark in any kind of way, that's what you need. But shout out to everybody right now that's rocking with Flight Sports. Do you got Reese? Do you have Clark? Let me know right now in the chat. Shout out to everybody that's rocking with Flight Sports TV. You already know what it is. It don't get no better than this tonight. WNBA coverage. You got the Commissioner's Cup. This is the start of a back-to-back too. The Indiana Fever, they're going up against the New York Liberty tomorrow. So that's going to be another big matchup. So be on the lookout for that as well. The Commissioner's Cup is underway. Shout out to everybody that's rocking with Flight Sports. You're back underway here with Chicago. You got Marina Marbury, made a big time jumper. Caitlin Clark. They're doing their thing out there, man. Clark is already on the board with 3. Let me know what's gonna be her ending results or her stat line. It's not too late to let me know. Put your picks down right now. I need to know who you got. Salute to everybody that's rocking with Flight Sports. We got WNBA coverage. You already know. Peace and love to everybody. It's 10-16 right now. Caitlin Clark is on the board again with a 30-footer. So I mean, step back. So I mean, it's getting filthy. Right now for Caitlin Clark, she can't be stopped. She putting that pressure on them right now. So like I said, it's not just hype. With Caitlin Clark and the way that they defend Caitlin Clark is only gonna make her better. She's gonna learn how to play under these hostile circumstances. This is what I was trying to explain to everybody. The way that they play her is gonna be, key. That's all I'm gonna let you know. That's gonna give her the avenue to dominate. She's not gonna be afraid. Shout out to everybody that's listening in the chat. Let me know who y'all got. We know we got Sky fans in the building. We got Indiana Fever fans in the house. You already know. Aaliyah Boston, she blocked Elizabeth Williams. So Aaliyah Boston is out there defending. That's what you want to see. Especially a lot of people didn't expect Indiana to come out and possibly hit them upside the head so early. So I think that's key if you are the Indiana Fever. If you rocking with the WNBA, make sure you hit the like button and you subscribe. We keep you up to date with more news, updates, and more on everything that's going on. It's Flight Sports TV. Elizabeth Williams is in the game. It's 16-10 right now. We winding down the end of the first quarter. It's not too late to put your picks down in the chat. Salute to everybody right now. We got Sky, Camilla Cardoza is out there. Cardoza out there rebounding, so they got some rebounders on the board. Look out for Camilla Cardoza and everything that she gonna bring to the table. A lot of people are excited for her. We got the number 3 overall pick out there tonight. What will be her final stat line? Well, can you hear me? Yeah. Shout out everybody in the chat right now. We got Indiana 16, 19 right now. Salute to all y'all in the chat. The Indiana Fever's out there. Caitlin Clark is out there, number 22, live in full effect. You already know what it is. It's Flight Sports TV. Salute to all y'all in the chat right now. We back with it. It's 16, 19, 8:39 to go. We got Camila Cardoza out there, live in full effect. Salute to all y'all. She got called with a travel. It's going down right now. Salute to all y'all in the chat. We got Erica Wheeler. That's Erica Wheeler too. I'm telling you. So Indiana got some reinforcements out there. When you got Erica Wheeler back, I'm telling you, put him in a way better situation. Three ball cash. Who was that? Number 22. Smith, pardon me. We got 16, 22. Nalazer Smith is a problem. 7 points, 2 or 3 from the field. Salute to all y'all in the chat. Uh-oh. Wayne's missing Cardoza with the rebound and the putback. So Camila Cardoza back on the board, 18 points for Chicago, 22 right now for Indiana. Big time pass, three ball. Like I said, Erica Wheeler, she relieves a lot of pressure off of Caitlin Clark. You understand? I was telling people about Erica Wheeler. You know, oh my goodness, Cardoza can't be stopped. You got Cardoza out there like Shaquille O'Neal. I mean, the shit it's getting silly. It's getting silly. We got Caitlin Clark putting the pressure on the defense, going downhill. Big time pass by Caitlin, throws it to Erica Wheeler. Erica Wheeler has the basketball. Oh, Wheeler moving and grooving. Big time pass. Oh, foul. Salute to all y'all in the chat right now. It's Flight Sports TV. You already know what it is. We back with it. We in Gamebridge Fieldhouse. Salute to all y'all in the chat. Camila Cardoza, I'm telling you, she like Shaq. Salute to all y'all, man. It's 20-22, 7-19 in the second quarter. Oh man, Indiana missing at the free throw line. Cardozo is a problem, y'all. Be on the lookout for Camila Cardoza. And then you got, like I said, you can't ask for better coaching, to get them over that hump. Cardoza is headed to the bench right now. Camila Cardoza, two-time NCAA champion, 2024 tournament most outstanding player. So you can't get any more decorated than Camila Cardoza. Here comes Skytown. Here they come. You got the Fever out there. Uh-oh. Chicago all the way to the cup. We got a tie ball game. They can't be giving up these layups, Indiana. Here comes Indiana. Caitlin Clark has the ball. They're putting the defense. Oh, Caitlin Clark going downhill. Good. Kicked it out to Nalasia Smith. Nalasia Smith with the floater. It's 24-22 Indiana. So I'm telling you, with the addition of Erica Wheeler coming back, that should put them up. Here comes Skytown. Chicago Sky. They out there with it. We got Reese and Cardoza on the bench. We got a foul off the ball with Nalasia Smith. Her aggressiveness, shout out to Smith. Her aggressiveness is crazy. Like she can stretch the floor, she can hit floaters. You gotta love the way she plays. She's a big time, big man, big woman. Pardon me, for Erica Wheeler and Caitlin Clark to play alongside her. So I think that's spectacular. Salute to all y'all in the chat right now. It's Flight Sports TV. Here comes Caitlin Clark. It's 24-24. Caitlin Clark has the basketball. We got a big time pass. They're moving the basket. Caitlin Clark has a screen coming. Caitlin moves the ball. They looking for Nalasia Smith. They find Nalasia Smith. Oh, Nalasia Smith for three. She missed it. Rebounded by Skytown. Here come the Chicago Sky. They balling right now. Be on the lookout for Chicago, man. They 3-2, 3-3. Pardon me. You already know what it is. We got a tie ball game, 3-ball. And Chicago just missed a three. Here come Indiana. So Caitlin Clark is doing her thing tonight. Be on the lookout for Clark. 6 points. You can't ask for nothing, but you got Teresa Witherspoon. You know, she a dog. You know, we're in the middle of a commercial break right now. Salute to all y'all that's rocking with Flight Sports. We got the Chicago Sky versus the Indiana Fever. We got a tie basketball game. It doesn't get no better than this right now, ladies and gentlemen. You already know what it is. It's messed up. That Skytown, they end up getting hurt, but I mean, it is what it is. Shout out to Gamebridge Fieldhouse. You already know big time play going on right now in Chicago. Big time. We got Skytown versus the Indiana Fever. Salute to everybody that's rocking with Flight Sports TV tonight. We got a tie basketball game. Indiana Fever versus Chicago Sky. We don't get no better than this. Salute to everybody that's rocking with Flight Sports. Heart to Heart says she's been back, Flight. She just hasn't been playing good. She got benched. It's great. Yeah, damn. I like what I'm seeing from Erica Wheeler though. It says Erica has to play better, man. I like Erica Wheeler. I think, like I said, I don't know. I don't know if she forcing the action or what, but she's gotta slow down a little bit. But I think that she's a good player alongside Caitlin Clark. A really good player. We got a tie ball game, Commissioner's Cup live. Who thought it was gonna be this competitive? You already know. Shout out to everybody that's rocking with Flight Sports. We got WNBA content live, the Commissioner's Cup. It doesn't get any better than this, any bigger than this. Um, we got halftime approaching. Camila Cardoza, side Hearts Heart says size not inspired. Can Erica to be Erica? I mean, there's a lot of pressure on this coach. You know, that's why I think she's gonna get fired because everything you hear from the coach out there in Indiana is just devastation. Nothing good is coming out of what's going on with sides. But I mean, it is what it is at the end of the day. Indiana Fever, their attendance has just been crazy. They're showing the pressure, you know, that she got to go up against. She real smart in terms of is how she's able to manipulate the defense. Music Mindset, let's go Fever. Shout out my man Music Mindset. You already know what it is. We got the Indiana Fever live. You already know. Versus Chicago Sky. Don't get no better than this. It don't get no realer than this. So we back with it right now. Here comes Indiana. Caitlin Clark has it. Uh-oh. Indiana just turned the basketball over. Here comes Chicago, Skytown. Angel Reese is out there. The beast, Angel Reese. Better be on the lookout for Miss Reese. They're looking for Angel Reese out there in the post. They give it to Reese. Reese down low. She got it in the post. They kicked it back out. Angel Reese coming in for the rebound, but they didn't need to. The Chicago scores it. What was that, Carter? It was 26-24. Skytown. Here comes Caitlin. They kick it out to Mitchell. Mitchell posting up. And then it was a turnover, a jump ball. So good defense, good pressure going on right now between them. Kennedy Carter, good defense that led to the jump ball for Chicago. Here come Caitlin Clark. She's not really looking for her shot too aggressive. Here come the Caitlin Clark all the way to the cut. And I just said that. Here come Caitlin Clark with the layup down the lane. With the English, it's 26 up. Caitlin Clark has 8 points. She 3 of 5 from the field, 2 rebounds and 3 assists. Oh, they got Angel Reese in the post. They doubled Angel Reese, which led to a foul in the post. It's 26 up. Good play right there from Caitlin Clark, how she rolled in the glass with the English. Music Mindset says Caitlin gonna turn up. It's just a matter of time. I could agree with that. Salute to everybody in the chat right now. We got Skytown. Oh, Williams with a good pass. This game to me gonna go down to the wire. Oh my goodness. Angel Reese with the interception. Angel Reese all the way to the cup, and she's going to the line for 2. Good defense, which led to with the 2 points. So Angel Reese is showing what she could do out there. So Reese better work on the jumper. That'll help. But I mean, she could just barrel herself into the paint. I mean, Angel Reese, she playing pretty good. I mean, in my opinion. Well, she just missed a free throw. She got to make her free throws. It's 28-26. And she made a second free throw. It's 29-26. Good play by Reese. Caitlin, the Leah Boston. No, the Smith, pardon me. Boston couldn't get the rebound. Good play right there by Caitlin Clark. Oh, Angel Reese. Oh, Angel Reese to the cup. She got blocked. I like her aggressive play. Chicago couldn't hit the 3. So they going for it. They trying to be aggressive. Caitlin Clark, cross-court pass. They kick it to Aaliyah Boston in the post. On the block, Boston to the cup. She couldn't convert. Rebounded by Carter. They kick it out. Chicago turns the basketball over. So the horrible possession right there from the Chicago Sky. But you got Teresa Witherspoon. She's still very energetic, trying to get her team together. Shout out to the Chicago Sky, man. They're doing their thing. Here comes the Indiana Fever. Indiana. Turnover by Chicago. They score again. Evans scores it off a turnover. It's 31-26. So Caitlin Clark, she out there the whole goddamn game. That's why I said, I mean, goddamn, when the hell did she take a break? I guess she don't take a damn break. It's a good game going on right now. Salute to everybody rocking with Skytown, rocking with Indiana. Here come Caitlin Clark. Caitlin Clark for 3. She missed it. That was an air ball, too. She airballed that 3. Mitchell with a big time answer. That was a 3 ball, too. That's 31-29. So look out. Kelsey Mitchell with a big time 3. Here comes Evans. She has the ball guarded by Caitlin Clark. Caitlin Clark all up on Evans. Evans shaking and baking. Evans kicks it out to Carter for 3 in the corner. Off. Rebounded. Here comes Mitchell. Mitchell scores it again. So we got a tie ball game right now. It's 31 up. It's 31 up right now. Salute to all y'all in the chat right now. It's Flight Sports. Listen, this game gonna go down to the wire. This is the next chapter between Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark. It's another dynamic. That's all I can let you know. Another dynamic. And like to me personally, Caitlin Clark is not really even being that ultra aggressive. I don't know if she's gonna save her best for last. I don't know, but I can see a situation where Caitlin Clark takes him out, especially if the game gets close. Um, People get on Angel Reese about her jump shot and things like that. Shout out to yeah, what was it? Who said it? My man Heart to Heart says she needs to get a jumper. I've seen that, and I've seen her working and stretching her game out a lot more. But I think they just need to continue to give her the ball in the post. You got Cardoza; they should just be completely unstoppable down there. As I'm looking at Cardoza, once she gets her legs up under her, I mean, I don't know. I don't understand how they're gonna be able to be defended. And then they got great guard play with Evans and Carter. I like the way that they play. The way that they play is just spectacular. But it is what it is at the end of the day. Music. We're in the midst of a commercial break. Music Mindset says getting her team involved. Caitlin playing the right basketball. Kate, you right about that. That's why I told you she's not rushing her play, and that's smart. Just don't rush it. Just take your time there. She gonna be good. It's 31 up right now. You can't ask for any better play. We're in the midst of a commercial break. 151 to go. We got halftime coverage coming right up. You already know. Caitlin Clark live versus the Indiana Fever. The Commissioner's Cup play. They brought the stars out too. So they know what they're doing. This is brilliant. Shout out to everybody that's rocking with Flight Sports TV, WNBA coverage. Caitlin Clark live, Angel Reese, got the Indiana Fever. Sky Town has come to town, so give a major props. Give major props to Sky Town. Carter out there balling. Cardoza, I'm telling you, this lady right here ain't nothing to fool around with. Could you? I'm just looking at. Oh my goodness, she is unstoppable. They find her in the post. They got 3 people on her. 6 quick points. That's crazy. You got Cardoza debuting. It's her first in her rookie season, her first game. You got Brink out there, Jackson, Sheldon, Edwards, Reese. So the rookie play right now is just great. We back with it right now. We're coming off a commercial break. Here comes Angel Reese with a big time kick out back to Reese to the cup, and Reese just missed it. So they got to get Reese a little bit more active. She do throw up a little bit of too much wild shit. She got to slow down all this wild activity. Caitlin Clark kick out. They give it to Smith. Smith has been a beast all night long. Smith, oh my goodness. Malaysia Smith, the footwork. I mean, that's just fundamental. The Indiana on a 7-0 run right now, putting the heat on Skytown. Angel Reese with a screen and roll. And we got a miss right there from Chicago. Here comes Caitlin Clark crossing half court. Caitlin Clark moving and grooving. Big time kick out to Mitchell. Mitchell, mid range jumper, cash. 35, 31, 48.7. Here come Evans. Evans crossing half court. Kelsey Mitchell, 7 points. Here comes Angel Reese to Williams. They kick it out. Oh, Angel Reese in the mid range. There you go. Angel Reese shows she got a little jumper there. A little 15-footer for Angel Reese. It's 33-35. We got halftime coming up. Here comes Caitlin Clark. Is she gonna have the last answer? We are live at halftime. You already know Caitlin Clark doing her thing out there, man. Aaliyah Boston and company, they're gonna figure it out. Chicago, they go into halftime down 2. I like what I'm seeing right now from both teams. Both teams look like they came to play. They taking this game seriously. It's very close. Like I said, it's on ESPN. Everybody want to see it. This is the next evolution from the Iowa days. from the LSU days. Now, what is it going to be like in the WNBA? And it's looking like Angel Reese got a lot of help with her. And they're gonna have to figure it out. Nonetheless, it's flight sports. You already know what it is. You got Camilla Cardoza live. You got Angel Reese live. It's going down. It's 33-35. Who's seen this coming from these two teams? Let me know your picks down right now. It's not too late to pick who you got. I did say I had Chicago winning tonight, but I had Caitlin Clark probably putting up the most points. Now it's still, the game is still early. We got another half of basketball to play, so who knows what's going to await us in the next half of basketball. But how excited are you for what we just witnessed just now? I think that was just a great game. My humble halftime flight sport. Salute to everybody that's rocking with the channel. You already know what it is. We got Angel Reese live versus Camilla Cardoza versus Caitlin Clark. Shout out to all y'all. You already know what it is. It's halftime. It's not too late to put your picks down. We got a 2-point game. Another half of basketball approaching. Women's basketball right now. The electricity that's going on right now is immense. This is just the beginning of the start. Shout out to everybody in the comment section. My man, Music Mindset, Heart to Heart. All y'all in the building. What do y'all expect from Caitlin Clark coming up in the second half? That's going to be key. You already know what it is. We are minutes away from second half coverage. Oh, my damn camera. All y'all in the chat right now. We in the midst of halftime. How excited are you? For Angel Reese tonight. And what else does she need to work on? What does Caitlin Clark have to work on? But basically, none of these guys are finished products. None of these women. We have to allow them to progress. All right. I know that we want to see everybody just at an elite level in one day and 1 second, but that's not always, that's not always likely. But shout out to all y'all in the chat right now. We in the midst of halftime. We patiently awaiting second half coverage of the game.
8 points and 4 assists. Welcome into our WNBA studios in Bristol. LaShawna Robinson alongside the Women's Basketball Hall of Famer Carolyn Peck. Carolyn, the Fever has had as much as a 7-point lead in this first half, but there's some things in particular that you like about the way Caitlin Clark is playing. Well, I think that Christy Sides is moving Caitlin Clark off the ball a little bit, so she's not so ball not as many opportunities for those logo threes. And so if we look here, as she comes down the floor, Clark is off the ball. So what's going to happen right here? This handoff, I like this because Angel Reese right here is not going to leave Aaliyah Boston. Now, that's a good opportunity for Caitlin Clark to take the three. Another possession with the ball. Caitlin Clark is down here in the corner. Away from her. So the defense is having to shift. And then with the court vision and the knowledge, it is what Caitlin Clark sees of having Kaylou Samuelson to the basket. That makes the defense have to think a little bit. Because if she's so ball dominant, then you know where the ball is going to be. You know where your defense is going to be. But if she doesn't start with the basketball, then that gives Indiana more options. And that's something that Caitlin Clark talked about even back in her days at Iowa. She knew she was going to have to play off the ball more often. It's just tough to get your shot off one-on-one. This league is too good defensively. Now, Nalissa Smith also had a good first half with 11 points, but the debut of Camila Cardoso was something that you had your eye on. Only 2 points in this game, but her impact at 6'7" was felt in the paint for Chicago.
We talked about LaChina. She has such a huge ceiling, and she is just now getting started. Being 6'7" and as mobile as she is, and a terrific target, she can catch the ball up over any defender there is. And then defensively, yeah, she can cause a lot of problems inside in the paint just because of her length. And she's tough defensively as well. But for her first game, her first presence in the WNBA, I think Camila Cardoso had a good showing.
Yeah, when you look at Chicago shooting in the paint, first quarter was 4 for 13, second quarter 6 for 9. So Cardoso coming into the game, also Izzy Harrison with some good moments there. Kennedy Carter also impressed me with her play. I think she's gelling well with the Chicago Sky. Now, when you look at Indiana, from a big picture lens here, they come into this game 1-8, all eyes on this team to start the season after drafting Caitlin Clark. You had some injuries with Kelsey Mitchell, Timmy Fagbinley, a brutal schedule to start. But Coach, I come to you. What grade would you give the Indiana Fever on this season?
I think it's a young season. I would give them probably a C+. Okay. And here's why. Because I think that Chrissy Sides is trying to figure out her rotations. She's also spent a lot of time, I think, energy in helping Caitlin Clark to be successful. You can't forget that you've got Kelsey Mitchell on your team, who was an all-star, who can get buckets.
Shout out to all y'all in the chat right now. You already know what it is. It's Flight Sports TV. We're bringing you some Indiana Fever content. We're in the midst of halftime right now. You already know what it is. Salute to all y'all in the chat. It's halftime. It's 33-35. I'm going to give you some stat lines as we patiently await the second half of coverage. Let me know how excited you are and how do you think this game is headed to go down the wire, because I definitely do, especially the way that it's all headed, so close right now. I think everybody expected to see a game of this magnitude whenever you bringing up these stars. You have to think that it's going to be immense star power. Music Mind says, Flight, you think Wild? Yeah, shout out Wilder. I think he's going to lose. Music Mind says, Caitlin don't get enough credit. Yeah, her IQ is retarded. Just her decision-making, her playmaking is just crazy. I don't think you can put a price on the playmaking ability of Caitlin Clark. I'm excited for Camila Cardoso. Yesterday was an unbelievable game. From the Aces, Asia Wilson dropped 28-9. So it's crazy. They suffered their second loss of the season. We patiently awaiting the second half coverage of this game here. Caitlin Clark already with 8 points, 3 rebounds, 4 assists. Angel Reese with 5 points. The stars are coming out to play. This is just the beginning. I love how everybody is so in tune and engaged with what's going on with women's basketball. I think that's the most special part about the whole situation, that women's basketball is being celebrated. That's what we want to see at the end of the day. Music says this lady, the analyst on ESPN, should be coaching the Fever. She knows the game. I'm with you there. They definitely do. Salute to everybody in the chat right now. It's Flight Sports TV. Salute to all y'all, man. I see everybody in the building. Music Mindset. I see my man John C. I see all y'all in the building tonight. How excited are y'all, man, that we are getting women's basketball at this level? We haven't seen women's basketball at this level probably since its inception. Everybody tuned in. ESPN afternoon coverage. Really nothing going head to head with them. I think that all that is special and good, in my humble opinion. This is the beginning of women's basketball. And I think the second half, you're going to see a situation where maybe Chicago could go even more heavier in the interior. And then it could be opposite. Could Caitlin Clark start to look for her offense. That's something that she wasn't really doing. I think she was letting the game come to her in the first half, but I could see in the second half her really trying to take the pressure and the heat to the Chicago Sky. Um, they may need it too as well to battle what could possibly be coming to them. If they start going in an interior, what the hell are they gonna do? And I like what's going on from Nalasia Smith. We get caught up. I want to see a lot more of Nalasia Smith and Caitlin Clark in screen and roll situations. I think that Nalasia Smith and even Boston as well, they got great pick and roll play because they can go on the inside and they can shoot the three ball. So that puts the defense in a tough spot. But I like what I'm seeing from Smith. Her floater game, she just got a good touch around the basket. Music Mindset says all my family friends watching the games. The rating is going to be out the roof. I mean, especially for this one, and they made it the Commissioner's Cup game and the first one. So the WNBA knows what they're doing and knows what they have to do to get this league where it needs to be. So just be on the lookout and be patient. At the end of the day, we're still in the midst of halftime right now. Salute to all y'all in the chat. It's 33:35. It's Flight Sports TV. We got WNBA coverage for the people. Nalasia Smith with 11 points. You got Leah Boston with 2. You got Mitchell with 7. Wallace with 5. Caitlin Clark with 8. 4 assists, 3 rebounds. Dana Evans, they doing their thing out there for Skytown. We getting closer and closer to second half coverage. But Caitlin Clark is out there just showing her elite play. So I don't think anybody could ask for any more from Caitlin. Nonetheless, it's Flight Sports TV, man. You already know. This is just the beginning of the star power, ladies and gentlemen. This is their first encounter. Remember that. The first. Caitlin Clark is out there versus Angel Reese. Out there with the English. Caitlin Clark is out there dominating and showing what she could do. It's the Indiana Fever versus the Chicago Sky. Commissioner's Cup. Shout out Slim Cahoot. Hit the like button, subscribe. Um, just like I said, just tune in. We're gonna be bringing some WNBA content to the people. Definitely want the support of the people. You already know. But I am excited for what they got going on. It's very exciting for what's happening in WNBA landscape. Peace and love to everybody. We're getting ready for second half coverage. There's a lot of things going on, and there's other teams too popping off as Let me know if you can hear me now. Let me know if you can hear me. Salute to all y'all in the chat right now. My bad, but it is what it is. Back to what we was just discussing, man. I was giving out the schedules. If we got if y'all missed me, my audio just got disconnected. Um, Basically, I was saying that the Commissioner Cup games are going on all week, and the next game for the Indiana Fever will be going up against the New York Liberty. And then after that, they're gonna have another Commissioner's Cup game Friday against the Mystics. The Mystics are the worst team at WNBA. They're 0-8, so they should be able to get a game on them. We got second half coverage coming back up. You already know what it is. It's Flight Sports TV. Shout out to everybody. Caitlin Clark is out there. She's hit some threes. She showed some defensive capabilities. She's also even showed um, just her ability to get her teammates involved. But we back underway right now for the second half. Will the coach be fired today, or will it be an ultimate triumph? But there's pressure going for both of them. Christy Sides, it's the second season as the Indiana Fever head coach. But now you got pressure. Now you got to do something. When you got this kind of star power out there with Caitlin Clark. Here goes Malaysia Smith. I told you look out for her. She just scored it again. This woman ain't nothing to fool around with. It's 33-37. Here comes Evans. Bringing the ball up the floor. They kick it out. Williams for Chicago just turned the damn basketball over, so that's never good. Here comes Caitlin Clark. Caitlin Clark has us 33-37. Caitlin Clark nearly loses it, giving it to Aaliyah Boston. They kick it out to Mitchell. Mitchell showing some aggressiveness. Mitchell just missed the layup. Evans bringing the ball up. They kick it out. Ambry, she just fucking lost the ball. Here comes Caitlin Clark. Caitlin Clark tried to thread the needle. Here comes Chicago. Ambry all the way to the cup, rebounded by Angel Reese. Angel Reese, here comes Evans. Evans has the basketball. Evans with a screen. Kicks it out. And then they got a miss right there for Chicago. Here comes Caitlin Clark. Caitlin Clark pushed over from deep. Caitlin Clark missed it. She shot it from like 60. It's 33-37. She got 8.4 rebounds, 4 assists, 3 of 7 from the field. Angry. Kicking it out. They kick it out. They're looking for Reese, and we got a foul right here. So we got a 4-point game. It's 33-37. Caitlin Clark, second player all time, with 150 plus points, 50 plus rebounds, 50 plus assists through their first 10 games since Sabrina. We all know Sabrina from the New York Liberty. The truth and a half. You gotta give her homage. Pay her nothing but respect. But we got a close game going on right now, nonetheless. Here comes Caitlin Clark. Caitlin Clark putting the pressure on the defense, fighting through a double, nearly loses the basketball, and they turn it over. So the defense out there is definitely out there. So be on the lookout. We got a great game going on right now with Caitlin Clark. It's 35-37. Cardozo's on the bench. We had to know it would be a minutes restriction with her. But she's perfect from the field, 3 of 3. Evans turns the basketball. That was a wild pass from Evans. A little too overzealous there. We'll see if she's gonna get back in the game. Because they are down right now. Teresa Witherspoon. Hey, she assembled a nice cast of characters. Give credit to her. Here comes Caitlin Clark. Indiana in the all red jerseys. There's a turnover right there. 35-37. Here comes Evans. It's 35-37. Big time play right there. Great play going on right now. It's Flight Sports. You already know what it is. Make sure you hit the like button and you subscribe. Ambry couldn't make the shot, rebounded by Angel Reese. Angel Reese threw it out. Angel Reese got to be a little more under control when she throwing up her shots. I think her shit be a little kind of wild sometimes. She got to be a little more under control. But she's a really good player now. So I'm telling y'all in the chat right now. It's going down right now. And Caitlin Clark, man, they got to step it up. There you go. Caitlin Clark pushing it up. We're going to see a much more aggressive Caitlin Clark. That's going to be key to this half. It's 37-39, 6:28 to go in the third quarter. Let's see what happens. Let me know who y'all got in this game. $37-41 right now. Uh-oh. There goes Evans. Big time steal. Evans all the way to the cup. Smith, pardon me. It's 37-43. Malaysia Smith is a problem. Evans just brought the ball up and called the timeout. So it's 37-43, 5:57 to go in the third. Good play. Yeah, Malaysia Smith, man, she been beasting. Give her major props. Shout out to everybody in the chat right now. It's Flight Sports. You already know what it is. We got an unbelievable game going on right now. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Shout out Casual. Shout out Slim Can Hoop Music Mindset. Everybody that pulled up. Like I said, this is the fourth quarter could be crazy. This is the next step. From coming from college now, professionally, how are they going to fare? That's gonna be key. And I think everybody's patiently waiting that. And like I said, just be on the lookout, man. Indiana Fever versus Chicago Sky. Don't get no better than this.